Well, before we wrap it up totally, it's time for our weekly CM Punk update. You know, and
what are you going
here? So Punk was on the radio today, and they asked him. You know, I believe someone called in, or no, sorry, the interviewer asked him. The listeners want to know, are you going to be at Survivor Series? And Punk said, "Oh, they're asking if I'm going to be there. I think it's sold out. I think tickets are hard to get." And he explained also he's too busy at home taking care of his injured dog, Larry. And he's canceled some plans and he's taking a break because that's all he's focused on right now. But to me, Punk didn't go, I'll never go back to that place. He kind of made a joke, you know, tickets are hard to get. I heard it's sold out.
He knows what he's doing here. Regardless, and the thing is, whether he was going back or not, that would be the same answer.
He's not going to say it.
He'd be making light of people asking.
Right. He's not going to say it.
Right, of course.
They're very, I've had people before. Nick did it on the show where we were like, hey, can you confirm or deny if you're going there? He already knew he was going. He was like, no, I can't. Mm-hmm. And even me, they said, do not post anything that you're going to be in the Hall of Fame. Because even Disco asked me on the show. Like, they like secrecy, and that's good. I like surprises.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if, like, you know, and like we talked about, the Dave came out with a report said they're not signing him, which makes me think that, like, too much was getting out. And we had to shut that down if he's going back, and if he's not going back.
And if you really want to get into it, conspiracy theory style, Joe, imagine him, and I'm not saying this is the reason, because maybe he isn't going back. Nobody knows. But imagine that they took the step of doubling down and going show up on Impact backstage, so they think you're going there.
Yep.
Here's another thing, too. I'm going to make this point. If we were booking this, Konnan, like if we were in the room and we didn't want anybody to find out, okay? And you know, basically, if he wasn't coming in, okay, bro, we would not say, okay, let's make a statement and say he's not coming in. We would not put that out there. We would just because if he's not coming in, we would still like the publicity from people talking about it and maybe like watching the show, because we're not denying it, right? The fact that Dave said they're not bringing him back makes me think that Dave fed that to Dave to kind of shut the thing down. Like, okay, we got to get that out there because like all the getting out that he is coming back, right? And everything instead of nobody saying anything, people started running their mouth, and now we had to shut it down again. That's why I do think he's coming back.
When is Survivor Series?
Should we November, the end of November, right? Thanksgiving weekend or something, isn't it? It's always that weekend.
Thanksgiving weekend.
This year it's on November 25th, a Saturday from Chicago.
Thanksgiving weekend.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's I would say he's probably coming back, and that's why they fed Dave that story that he's not, because too many people were talking about it. So, like I said, if he wasn't coming back, they would not. There's no reason for them to say no. Why do they have to say that? That there's no reason to like say, yeah, well, CM Punk's not coming back, because what if the CM Punk fans are watching the show? Like, we're going to tell them hey, quit watching the show because he's not coming back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So
my thing's just in interviews in the past, he hasn't been shy about responding negatively to any mention of WWE, and in this case, it was different. It was all different. You know,
we told him, hey, you got to keep this under wraps.
Yeah.
Whoever's getting this out there and like, you know, telling is like, you know, you told too many, you told the wrong person, you know, so, or maybe someone from WWE leaked it. You know, there's a bunch of stooges in that office too. All right.